evening, everybody. Another episode of On the Road with me, the Mountain Gopher Trucker. I was actually on the road today. Went to two places. I did my delivery this morning at around 7:30. It took a little while for them to unload all the wood. And then I just had to strap the dunnage and my tarps down again. And then I headed 2 hours south to a place called Alice, Texas. A small place. There I picked up two items. Just two. But they are 10 tons each. So I can only carry two. I'm at about 75,000 pounds right now. But the way the weight's distributed, I don't notice the weight. I noticed the wood more than I did this stuff. So it is a balmy, holy crap, 29 right now. I stopped an hour north of Alice, Texas. I'm in the Loves in Three Rivers, Texas, because I'm tired. You know, it's physical. You got to take the straps off that first load and then wind them all up and then strap those tarps and the dunnage back down. Then drive, then pick up this stuff, which I thought, oh, I just chain it or just strap it. So I threw some straps on. Another driver from the company pulls up and he comes walking out and he's like, you might want to chain those. I'm like, what? Yeah, because they're so heavy, you want to use chains so that if you have to do an emergency braking, they won't come crashing through the sleeper in the back. I'm like, okay, you've got 26 years experience, you say chain it, I will chain it. So he showed me how to chain it, since they didn't teach me how to use the chains. So he taught me how to use the chains and all that, and how to cinch it up and everything. So I got that all done. Then he told me to throw a couple straps on anyways. Little extra security, doesn't do too much, but you know, keep the smokies off me. So whatever will make passing a DOT inspection better, sure, I'll throw on. So I threw two straps on each, plus I got 3 straps to strap the rest of my dunnage because I only need 4 of the 8 pieces. So I strapped that stuff down, the tarps down. Yeah, I'm good to go. I'll be delivering just outside Calgary, which is good. When I called the dispatch to check and see, because it said a boom plus 2 counterweights. I'm like, what? Can't drive a boom onto this trailer. So he said, no, it's just a mistake. They told me just to take my time, because I was questioning about, basically I'm taking the same route back that I took down here. So I asked about Wyoming and Colorado because of the snow and everything. He says, it should be fine. If not, just shut down. There's no rush to get this back. I've got my full 70-hour clock basically. So dispatch was like, just take your time. And I was talking to this other driver, you know, about how they told me this, and, you know, because I don't know how to chain my tires and stuff. And he's like, if you need to chain, then just shut down. Because he says chains are used just to get you out of a little bit of a predicament so that you can go shut down somewhere. So as a new driver, I have no problem shutting down. So other than that, we'll grab the camera here. You guys can have a look-see. It's all sunny out, and some of the truckers are stopped. Yeah, so that's about it. The reason I shut down quite early is I was tired. Like, I've already been shut down for an hour and a half now, just from the chaining, because the chains each weigh, I think, between 30 and 40 pounds. And I had to put 4 of them on, so that was a little tiring. Then had to crank them. The other driver did help me with 3 of them because I was just having issues with it not going up properly. He had issues with his. one of my cranks is actually seized. It's all rusted and stuff, so I'll have to play with that here and there. I put some WD-40 type stuff on, let it soak in, spray it again later, just work to get it closed. But yeah, so it's a little tiring. I got to the truck stop, I weighed, so Three Rivers is an hour north of Alice. That was the nearest scale. So I had to drive all the way here just to scale my load to make sure I was even legal. And if I wasn't, I was gonna have to turn around and go back. And they were gonna have to fix this. They're using a giant crane to move this thing. Luckily, the guys have done it a lot. They placed it. Because I even said, they're like, where do you want? And I'm like, I have no idea. I've never hauled this before. I'm still kind of new, so the guys were really helpful there, positioning it quite well. I'm quite under my legal limits, so that's good. And yeah, so when I got to the truck stop, I was having trouble backing up. I could not do a simple backup. The guy in the truck next to me actually got out to help me and direct me in. And I was like, dude, I'm just done. I'm so tired. From just dropping my load and strapping this all down. And he was asking me, if I was just stopping for a half-hour break. I'm like, no, I'm shutting it right down. He's like, okay, good. He was actually concerned that I would continue driving, so that was kind of cool to see. I thanked him multiple times for helping me back up. So, yeah. Even threw him off a little bit, because I think my trailer's a little longer than what some of them are used to. And the wheels are all the way to the back on our trailers, which a lot of these guys that haul reefers and dry vans, they usually have the wheels a little forward. They slide their axles so that they get their legal weights. And usually their axles are more forward. Mine are always all the way to the back. So backing up, I stick out a little more. But, say la vie. Went and grabbed a bite to eat, because there's a McDonald's here and a Subway. But I wanted the McDonald's. And I'm going to go do laundry in a bit. So I got laundry here and shower. Probably grab some more Gatorade, because I'm still really thirsty. But all in all, not bad. Not bad. Once I ate and stuff and sat for an hour, I got the air conditioning going, which is crazy because it's March. I'm running the air conditioning in my truck, and I've been running it for 2 days. And as soon as it gets to about 22, I gotta put the air conditioning. It gets too hot in the truck. That's just crazy. But other than that, yeah, I'll be on the road. Probably a full deal tomorrow. Not sure where I'm gonna get to. I'm hoping maybe I can get up to Lyman, Colorado again and shut down there for the night, because I've got my full 70 hours more or less. Well, let's see here. We got 64 hours. So I'll be able to just drive. Don't have to shut down. We should be able to drop this off and maybe head somewhere else. I don't know. I'll check with dispatch, see what they want me to do, because I did put in to take time off at the end of the month, but I'm going to see if they want me to move that up a week, because that would make more sense to me. If I'm dropping off in Calgary, might as well just head up to Spruce Grove and drop the truck and go home and have the week of the 22nd off instead. Otherwise, they got to try and find a load for me to get and come back so that I can be off for the end of the month. So I'll talk to them tomorrow and find out. But other than that, that's about it. I really didn't get any footage because I hit a bunch of butterflies. I think they were butterflies. And right where the camera on my phone would sit. So yeah, you guys would have just been looking at bug squish. I don't think you want that. So we'll see. Get it cleaned off tomorrow. See if the window stays clearer for you guys. Other than that, like the channel, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, like the video. We'll talk to you tomorrow.